Yo, what's happening, party people? Welcome back to the channel. It is Captain GG, and today we have episode 4 of our UK themed build here in City Skylines. Today's episode, we are going to be building out our village area, but as you can see from the last episode, if you have missed that, go back and watch it. We built this beautiful forestry area with loads of walking paths, so people can come here, walk around, treat it as a day out, maybe have a little bit of a picnic. We also built our A roads, in which you can see here as we come onto that, we are forcing all of our industry area out onto our A roads and then back onto the motorways, pretty much like you'd see in a lot of the UK. Obviously we have a roundabout, of course, and then coming down our A road, like I say, all of our industry traffic going out down the bottom. We are going to build our village area, our first village in this city, and this is the area in which we have picked for it. Drop a thumbs up because this episode is going to be huge. So welcome back to our UK build here in City Skylines. The UK build that still has no name. If you do fancy giving the city a name, make sure you get in the comments and let us know what you think it should be. We will be picking a winner and a name for the city for the next episode. So if you do have a prediction, if you do have a suggestion, do get in the comments and let us know. Even if it isn't just naming the city and you want to name one of our other areas, be sure to let us know so we can get that all named for the next episode. But like I say, today's episode is all about building our village area, and this, like I say, is the area in which we have picked out. So we've got our A road that comes down here. If we go into our speed limits, you can see that we have got, well, we've just been using a 30 miles an hour up through the village. Just on the outskirts of the village as well, you will see we've got some 40 miles an hour, and then if we back out a little bit further, these roads then do go back up to 70, and then obviously across here. So we are going to have some housing down on this road, because you will see that on a village, hence why the speed drops to 40, and then obviously inside the village it drops down further to 30 miles an hour, approximately about 48 kilometers an hour for the Americans that are watching. But yeah, so we need to get started. This episode we're going to be using a lot of ploppables, a lot of content from the workshop as well. There's so many great creators on the workshop, really is, and a lot of them have done some really good work with sort of UK houses, and especially village houses, thatched houses. Yes, just some really good assets. So let's get into it. First of all, what I want to do is have a look at plopping some houses down in this area, in our 40 mile an hour area in which we have here. So basically from, maybe not literally from here, you probably want to be doing it from about here all the way down to the junction, in which we have made slightly wider, and then obviously we're going to go up into our village. So let's have a look at a couple of the houses we do have available to us. What we've done, we've just plopped a tree down roughly where we want our buildings to begin, giving it a nice little bit of time for the cars to drop down to 40 miles an hour, making it safe for all of our pedestrians. So like I say, in regards to this area, we're going to go for some nice thatched housing. Now we have quite a few, we have some larger than others. I think I'll use some of the large ones down the bottom hand side, the left hand side even. I think we're just going to start with some of these sort of buildings. I mean, they're nice, they look really cool. If we just plop one down, they do look really nice. I just think they've done some really good work to them. Like the detail there, okay, you could say the windows maybe look a little bit off, but I mean, it looks like a really nice asset. There's not too much going on around the back, so we will have to do a little bit of work. They've got a conservatory, mind, and also a back door into their garage, but we'll do a little bit of work around the back, maybe some shrubs, and give them a tree line, because they're a little bit further back than this, and I will probably have some houses in and around the back as well. But what I'm going to do is I'm going to pop some houses down, and try and make this look a little bit nicer. So I'm just going to pause as well while we do this. Obviously the house is always going to want some electric and some water. Obviously we will get round to that, but we want to get our houses down first of all. So we've got this one here. We could maybe go for 2 of those back to back. We've got one here on the left hand side. We could really butt them right up against each other, but I believe a lot of villages, a lot of old school areas in the UK would have been detached, and the property value would be quite high, right? So we want them to probably have a detached house. So we could probably get this one in here. We've got the larger one. I think I want the larger one like down the bottom, on the corner. Probably looks okay. I think I'd prefer it the other way round, if I'm being completely honest, or like we could maybe set it back a little bit, maybe at an angle as well. Let's set it down here. We'll definitely play with that. So a couple of these houses, we've got the bigger ones as well. That one suits really, really nicely. We'll get that next to that. We've got another one. Oh, that is the bigger one even. What else have we got? Is that? Ooh, that's a little bit different. Maybe we could use that on the inside over here. I'm just going to plop that down over there. And then also just bring in a couple more of these houses. I like the red accents on these. I think they go really, really nice. I'm just going to double this up. It looks really, really nice. And then maybe we'll go with one of the smaller ones. And I would like to get one more in. I don't actually like this video. I mean, this one looks a bit older. This does look more villagey than these ones. But I think if we use a bit of move it, actually, I could probably make another one fit in. So if we move this one over, but that's fine. Just move it out of the way. This one comes over a bit as well. Hopefully I'll have enough room just to get one more in this way facing. There we go. That's what we want. So we've got sort of a couple of houses down the side here. Obviously lots of detailing to do. We'll do that a little bit later in the episode. But coming around into this side then, I don't think I want anything directly on this corner. Probably shouldn't have too much on that corner. We was going to have a look at this house. I wonder if we could maybe get this, like I said, at an angle. Maybe something like this. I mean, is it close enough to the road still? I think that's going to be fine. I mean, if we could have it like set right the way back, I'd actually like that. Is that going to stay there? It should stay there. It's a probable. That is going to stay there. Nice. We'll do a lot of detailing with like concrete, etc. But that is nice. Okay, let's get the pause back on and let's have a look at building this up throughout here. Obviously, we do have other buildings as well. If we go and have a look at our village, we do have a lot of older buildings as well. Smaller ones also, i.e. these ones here, which is going to be really building up the village area. We have some village schools as well. That's another house, but we have this one here, which also looks really nice, but it's not going to give us the view. We've got some shops, we've got some pubs. We do have a train station. Now, unfortunately, we haven't got enough residents to have unlocked the train station. Now, that train station is going to go all the way up in this corner over here. Poor camera skills there, but over in this corner, we're going to have some roads coming out there and a really nice train station. Unfortunately, like I said, we can't get it in yet, so we'll just have to build the roads out for it. I think before I go any further with plopping some houses, we probably should have a look at our road network and how we're going to run the road down here and up in around there. So let's get an aerial view and have a look at that. So we're going to be using a rural village road. Unfortunately, we did have one that had sort of like a cobblestone wall running down the side of it. Unfortunately, it just hasn't loaded into the game, so we might get that upgraded at some point. But for now, we're just going to use this rural village road and have a look at building out some of our road layouts. Now, like I say, I do want to have a road that comes out around the back here, but we also want to give them like enough room. So I'm thinking like maybe just off of this node, if we use our freeform, we don't want it going too far because it wouldn't go too far. I think down to like here would be okay. It's going to make it very much a big cul-de-sac that, which maybe isn't ideal, taking it that deep. But for now, I think I'm going to give them loads of space for some nice big gardens. Up here, I think we're going to continue this road out a little bit once we do have that square unlocked. But for now, I think we're just going to come off of this maybe about here. We do obviously want to make sure that we give room for the train station that we want in. So I think I'm just going to come out as far as we can and then maybe just go like this, a tile, and come across here as well. And then just bin this off. Now that is going to be kept for, like I say, for the train station. The rest of it, I feel like this could maybe come down now. If we again use our freeform, could maybe like come out to about here and just curve it round. Is that going to give enough? Maybe not. Let's do that. We don't want it going too close to the trains. Okay. Do you know what? I'm not going to come off that road. Let's just come off straight through the middle through here. Using that freeform again, just come out a little bit. want to be at 90. Oh, that's not going to come round enough. Come around here. Okay, let's use this tool instead. Probably better. It's not going to give me it, chat. See, that's going to be too much. That's going to be too much. Oh, we might just need to start off with a straight road then. Let's get a straight road straight out of here. Down to about there. I think that's good. And to be fair, it doesn't need to come all the way down, does it? We probably don't need it to come all the way down. I think I want it to, though. So I want this to be quite a big village. And then if we use this tool, we can literally come out to there. And that should then connect up really nice. It does. Okay, perfect. That is what we want. I think I'm just going to go with this. We might put a connection through here as well, actually. Let's do that. Makes sense to have a connection here as well, so they don't have to go all the way up to the top. I can't see them going up to the top all that much. They're just going to come straight through here and back down into another cul-de-sac. Like I say, not a massive fan of a cul-de-sac, but it would do. This one's going to be quite a large cul-de-sac as well, but again, it is what it is. It's a village. It might lead to somewhere else in the future. Who knows? When this land gets overtaken by a private investor, maybe this road continues up through a new build area. Who knows? It certainly isn't going to connect back to this, so it does need to go off up in this area. Maybe it even comes back round some way and connects to this. Maybe we build a village over this side as well and down here potentially, and this road goes under that road. The possibilities are endless, chat. But now we have our road layout all done, I think it's time that we start having a look at some of the key things that we're going to need in this village, i.e. our primary schools, a couple of shops. Obviously we need a pub. It's Britain, come on. We need a pub. We should have some firehouses, some doctors' surgeries, etc, etc. So let's go through and see what we've got. We do have this primary school. Now this primary school is nice and big. It has an area in which we could potentially turn into a little something. So I might have this off the back of the train station, which might help out with commuters coming in. So I think I'm just going to have it up there. Why not? And then this whole area here might be turned into like a little sports complex. Obviously keeping the village theme. Maybe a little football pitch, maybe a cricket pitch, etc. The pub I don't think should be too far away from the school, but also should probably be on this main road through. So it's getting through traffic. So let's maybe spin this round. We want it on the corner. I want it facing that way. That seems pretty good to me. Then what else do we have? So we have another pub here. A lot of villages have multiple pubs. We'll have this one a little bit further down, maybe on this corner. Again, not all that bad. What else do we have? We have a load of like houses. So this is like just a standard house. We could maybe, like, the thing is with these, like, it'd be really, really nice if we could like use Move It mod and start clipping them together. But like I say, houses can wait. We want to make sure we get all of our necessities in. So we've got a village shop here. Okay, that could go together. Probably need a couple of village shops. I know they're going to look the same. What do we have? This one here. I think this is a shop, isn't it? That's a house. That's a house. How many more shops do we have? Is it just that one? It's a village house. Have another school here, an elementary school. Is this a... So this one here is a primary school, which is an elementary school in the game. Okay, that's fine. Okay, not to worry. What do we got here? Another house. Another house. That's quite a nice house. I think that'll be secluded a little bit. Are these shops? This looks like a shop. This is a pub. Okay, let's have another pub. I mean, you can't have too many pubs, chat. You can't have too many pubs. What else have we got? It's another pub. Okay, I think we need to get some other items in here. Let's have a look at our police. See, are any... Oh, love that. Rural police station. That's going to go nice. Maybe we could have that. I want houses more this side, actually. So maybe we could have that maybe next door to one of the pubs or up near the train station. That's probably good. Let's have it over here near the school and the train station. I'm okay with that. It's going to mean that they'll use this area a little bit more, and this high road up here. So that's fine. We do have a larger one, but it doesn't really fit in. Fire station. UK fire station, I say we just go with that one. Do have another one here. Let's have a look at, oh, that one's very big. Oh, it's the same, isn't it? They are the same. Okay, we're just going to put that opposite our police station, I feel. Maybe want it a little bit further away. Do you know what? We're just going to pop it straight next to our police station. Hopefully that doesn't look too out of sorts. Let's pretend that's just a new... Doesn't look very villagey. We'll just pretend that they needed a new fire station within the village, because the old one burnt down. Who knew fire stations could burn down? Has that ever happened? That's very bad. I feel like that's very bad if a fire station burns down. We do have a medical practice as well. This one looking a little bit more rural. Ambulance station. Okay, that's fine. This one, let's get that in here. It's on the junction. Not 100% sure I want that. Maybe we just have it the other side of the fire station. I actually would like it the other side of the fire station. So what I'm actually going to do is I'm just going to use the picker mod to grab this. I'm going to bring this down here. And I think about there would be fine, wouldn't it? At the 90. Let's see whether that was enough. It was. It leaves a bit of space in there as well. That's fine. Get a walkway in there. Okay, so our necessity items are pretty much in there. We are going to need to get some power lines in. The power's a long way away. Can we get 4 megawatts? 4 megawatts still only 4. Okay, what I'm going to do is I'm just going to get some wind over here to give electric to all of this area. Our water lines can just come over from the farm. Again, we're just going to come down this road, so let's get those in. Come down there, over here, into there, and onto the roundabout. Not a problem. And then just bring it straight down this road. Should all be fine. Shouldn't have too much to worry about. They'll all stop crying soon, because they will have the necessity things in life to live, I guess. Electric and water, which I think a lot of people maybe take for granted, me especially. Okay, and that should be enough to see all of our residents through. Maybe just a little bit up here. And we'll just come down here as well. And then this can just come straight through, just to ensure that everyone has enough. And that should be fine. If we press play, we should see that our water will jump. Electric won't jump down to here, unfortunately. So we'll just get the pause while we go in and do a little bit of a time lapse on this area and get some houses in. So our village area is coming along very nicely. I will give you guys an overview of what we've done in terms of the detailing so far and all the proppables that we have put down. However, I think it is time to get a train station in. Now, obviously I said at the start of the episode we wanted to get a train station in. We wanted it to be a village train station. Unfortunately, the village train station, we do not have the population in order to do that. But we do have a couple of UK train stations. So I think I'm just going to go for a very basic UK train station in this one just here. We're going to try and get it. The only thing is I need, obviously, to get it out the other side. So let's try and bring it down as far as physically possible. Let's plop it in just there. Now, we might need to monkey around with the actual train line itself. So let's have a look at monkeying around with this then. So what can we do? Well, we can definitely have a look at using the move it mod. So if I was to move this node a little bit straighter, then move maybe this node as well, which is here, make that straight, and then move this node just there a little bit, maybe curve that a tad, and then move this node out here as well, and then this node can come just a touch, and that sort of flies straight through. Now what we are going to need to do is hook these up. Now unfortunately I actually think I am out of train line, so that is going to give me an actual train. Now we don't want a train, we need a train line, and now these are ship and plane paths, we don't need those, we need a train line. There we go, that's what we want. So if we were to then come in from here and maybe go straight in, does that really work? Looks a little bit messy. I think it will work. So if we come over to the other side, now this is going to have to be pretty, it's going to have to be pretty tight because of our city limits. So if we were to do that, it doesn't look all that bad. It will service. I think it will work. We could potentially look at moving the station back a little bit, but in general, I think it looks okay. I mean, we can use a little bit of concrete. I love concrete. We live in Milton Keynes, chat. It's literally the concrete jungle. It's the New York of England. Maybe not quite New York. That might be pushing it a little. But we do love concrete here, so that looks okay to me. Maybe let's just bring this out just a little bit. That looks fine. Opposite that, we've got our medical center, we've got our fire station, we've got our police station, and we've got our school here as well. Our school definitely needs a little bit more work to it, a few more things adding in, but it looks nice. And we've got a workable train station over here. Now you can see the snippet of our courtyard. Loads of village houses. And like a really old school courtyard. There's loads of paths under all that concrete as well. A little goalpost down at one end as well. But a very usable courtyard that everyone will use to put out their washing and so on and so forth. We'll see if there's any washing lines in the workshop that we can maybe get in there. But yeah, in general, chat, let's have a quick look at what we've done to the village so far. So you're going to be coming down this A road, and then you're going to meet the village here, and that's going to come in, and you're going to have all of these nice houses, and then all of this up here is going to be nice houses as well. We still have a little bit more to fill in. They're going to have a nice little football pitch in order to play on as well, which is nice. We will get a cricket pitch in here somewhere as well. Maybe we get the cricket pitch in this side. I think that would be really, really nice. Do I have a cricket pitch? I wonder if I have a cricket pitch, chat. I don't have a cricket pitch. That's annoying. Would have liked to have had a cricket pitch in there. We will definitely go and find a cricket pitch from the workshop. I'm pretty sure there is one in there. You can see we have loads of farming props. That is because what I want to do is, off the back of this road here, we sort of want to make a very, very small farm. Maybe we put the farm up here actually. Maybe this is where we put the farm. I think this is probably the better place for the farm. Have like 1 or 2 houses and then a very, very small farm. Yeah, let's get rid of that pub. Let's get an industry area in. So if we was to paint an industry area, let's come in here. And we want to come in and we want to paint an industry area. That's very large. This is a little bit better. And if we was just to go up to the trees, come across, and literally just come to here, it is going to be very, very small. I don't like this farmhouse, but unfortunately we have to place a farmhouse in order to make this a farming area. So I think what I'm going to do now is just have a look at maybe a couple of little roads. I think we're just going to use dirt roads on this. I don't see any reason to use anything else other than dirt roads. If we just come out of here and just go straight up, I feel like that will be fine. And then off the back, I think we'll just come from here and do that, and then again the same over here, bringing it down to there. And then, like I say, a couple of the houses in which we want to get in. We've got loads of these sort of ploppable buildings, I think, which will go really, really nice. We have a couple of props in terms of cows, etc. We have loads of stuff in which we can use in here. If we use, I think I have, if I'm right, I have some sort of like crop fields. What crop fields do we have? I guess, do you know what? I'm just going to go with a small animal pasture. Let's just go in and use what we've got. A small animal pasture, that's going to be very, very large, and it's actually going to clip. That's a small. Ooh, I don't know if I like that. Okay, let's get rid of this road. Let's get crop field can go in here. That's fine. And then we'll get our small animal pasture in this side. How does that look? I mean, that's fine. Button up against the trees, the animal pasture is there. I guess what we could do now is have a look at those houses in which we was on about when we talk about village. It's these sort of houses that I want to get in here. So like this village house, I think looks really, really nice. We can plop that one in. This one's a primary school, so we don't really want to be using that. We've got this one here as well. Can we get this in? Oh, it's so tight. Do you know what? I feel like I'm going to put this in here. We're going to use our move it mod to sort of move this. Oh, it's going to be really tight. If we hold control, can we then make it a little bit? No, let's toggle off snapping. I think it might be because we have snapping on. So if we toggle snapping off, there we go. And that literally will clip. Nice. That's nice. That's really, really nice. Okay, and then what else do we have? So we have like this house, this village house here. It has some moss on it. I think that will work just fine. Could maybe have 2 of those. Or we could go for like a grand house. Are they going to fit? They will fit. Let's get a shop in on the corner. Okay, maybe not the shop. Doesn't really suit. This looks kind of farmy. We can maybe get that in there. Yeah, do you know what? That'll work. And then maybe we'll just get a couple of these houses in. Could we get 2 in? Yeah, beautiful. I think that would look fine. I mean, you've got these houses. Do they really match? I'm not so sure. These look fine. I like these houses more, but I just don't know whether... Does that suit? No, that's a pub anyway. Do you know what? I think I'm just going to go with that. I mean, this... Nope, that's actually not a house. So I think, do you know what? That looks fine. For a small farming area, like I say, I really don't like this. I'll see it on the workshop if there's actually one that works as a farmhouse. But I think that looks okay for a very, very small farm. It would do. We're not going to upgrade it much. It's just going to be as is. But I'm liking it. We might get some sort of factory area maybe out the back to store some of this, but I don't think there's going to be much to store in reality. But really liking that. So I think it's time that we get on and complete the rest of this. Maybe you get a few more houses in here, maybe some up in here as well. Try and get this episode complete, because I realize that it is dragging on. So what I'm going to do is I'm just going to smash these houses down, and then we're going to give a very nice cinematic view over our new area. Okay chat, so here we have it then. We have our brand new village here in our City Skylines UK build, just episode 4, and I'm really happy with how our village has turned out. We've got a little football pitch here amongst some really nice sort of thatched roofs properties. Some of them are quite large, some really wealthy people living in and amongst this. But yes, a really nice village so far. As we swing round into more of like the olden time village, we've got quite a few pubs in here, quite a few shops, some houses, really nice courtyard there to the left hand side. But as we come up this road, it is going to continue on past our very small farm. We don't expect that farm to get much bigger. And then we can swing back round the corner towards our fire station, our police station with some UK police cars there. We have a school just at the back with a small field. And then we have our medical centre right in front of us now. And this courtyard is very much sort of how I envision an old school courtyard, maybe going back to the 1900s, maybe even before. But then we swing back round into some really nice properties. Obviously got a pub on the corner, of course, and again a very nice row of houses. They are pretty much all the same, wasn't sold on it, but a very nice village overall. Very happy chat. What do you think? Let me know in the comments.